Hello and welcome to this week's podcast. I'm Christopher Shaw. This week we're going to be talking about purpose. When you have a clearly defined objective, everything you do takes on a whole new meaning and a whole new purpose. Some will classify a purpose as a goal, but I'm going to take this a little deeper, and I want to help you to better understand that it's not just about having a goal, but rather it's about establishing a set of behaviours that support the very purpose that you're aiming for. You see, by having a purpose in your life, you give a whole new meaning to everything you do, and you begin to create a greater sense of value in all the things that you ultimately accomplish. When you have a clear objective, your purpose and your reason for doing what you do will have a much deeper and a much more profound meaning. By establishing a purpose in your life, you are effectively developing and supporting thoughts and feelings that are required to achieve the outcome that you truly desire. In other words, what we're trying to say here is the reason we establish a purpose in the first place is to give our lives real meaning and indeed a really good reason to get out of bed each day and embrace the opportunities that are there for all of us. But sadly, not all of us wake up this way, not all of us rise this way, and that's because not all of us have a clearly defined purpose in life. In other words, we don't even have a good enough reason to get out of bed. Most people get out of bed each morning to go to a job that they don't even like, that they simply go there to make the money to pay the bills, which they don't really want, and to pay the mortgage and the rent that they know they have to. So their purpose is just to get through another week. So what is purpose? Well, we define purpose as the meaning we give to life. Now, I know that's a very broad generalisation, but that's really what it is. Purpose allows us to define who we are by measuring our expectations against our morals, our values, our principles and our ethics. And when we do this, what we're really doing is we're declaring our beliefs to the world. But here's the thing, not all beliefs will support the purpose you seek. And because in many cases, what we think we want at a conscious level is a very different story at a subconscious level, which is why we see so many people who have really good intentions and yet finding that they never follow through with their purpose, never follow through to a successful conclusion. In fact, many of them will never even get started. When you understand the purpose, that purpose is created within your conscious mind, in your conscious mind, not your subconscious mind, but when purpose is created in your conscious mind through your conscious thinking, then you will also appreciate that if the conscious thoughts that you're associating to that purpose are not properly supported with your personal beliefs, then it won't matter how hard you try to live that purpose, you will never be able to achieve it in the true sense of fulfillment in relation to the purpose you seek. So why is that? It's because of something we call conditioning, or habits if you like, which have been developed over time and which cause us to run on autopilot, doing things which we at times really don't want to do, but seem oddly compelled to carry out these activities anyway. Purpose can promote or paralyze us. It can be a real blessing or it can be a real curse. And the reason I say that is because our purpose reflects who we are as an individual. And when that purpose is underpinned with a set of beliefs that support things like honour and integrity, then we have effectively defined a purpose within ourselves that is indeed worthy of us, and one which will support and promote our life's purpose. But if we find that our purpose is actually paralysing us, then it's usually because we have a conflict between what we think we want and what we believe we deserve. Now think about that. It's about what we think we want, but what we really believe we deserve. In other words, what we think at a conscious level is not enough to influence our subconscious mind, meaning that no matter what we think we want, it will never manifest because our current level of mental programming or conditioning will enact its own behavioural activity, which will be in perfect disagreement with your conscious thoughts that you may be having about your purpose and what you think you might want to have. And can I say that the reason this happens is because the subconscious mind is programmed to behave in a particular manner based on what you've chosen to accept and believe through the process of time, evolution and conditioning. This purpose therefore can only reflect the established beliefs, attitudes, personalities, intentions, hopes, dreams and desires that exist in your subconscious mind. Problem is, if that purpose is not supported by the appropriate beliefs and values, then your purpose may very well never be achieved and will very likely leave you feeling despondent, disappointed, disenchanted, not just with yourself, but with life itself. I wonder, have you ever felt this way? So how do we change it? How do we set ourselves up with a purpose that's going to support growth and opportunity and development within us? Well, what we first need to do is establish a set of personal beliefs that support the very purpose you seek. I hear you saying, well, that's great, Christopher, but that's all good and well, but how do I do that? Well, you need to remember that it's taken you a lifetime to arrive at this point, where your awareness and your beliefs that guide and support you in everything you do have caused you to have the results you've got. So if the results you're getting right now are not what you want, then change is definitely required. This change is a process that we teach in Thinking into Results. It's our personal transformation program where we show you how to identify the things that are not working for you, how to identify the things you would like to have working for you, and how to ultimately establish a brand new set of beliefs and behaviours that support the very purpose you seek. Look, change takes time, and it will be through the process of learning and repetition that you find yourself and you find your purpose, so that you can live the life you've always dreamed about and live the life that you can be proud of, so that you can live a life that is truly worthy of you and all that you want to strive for. Purpose is a close cousin to mindset, so a change in your thinking is required to get you the results that you really want. But unless you have someone to guide you, to lead you, to coach you or to mentor you, your chances of even getting it sorted out are remote at best. So if you really want to learn what your purpose is, learn how to design a purpose that is perfect for you and you want what you want out of life, then talk to a coach, talk to a mentor and discover how starting a life that you've always dreamed about can actually be your reality. Make your life a masterpiece. Establish your purpose starting today. I'm Christopher Shaw and I'm wishing you continued success.